I hear you've been making more frequent visits to the firehouse lately.
A service to my community.
Does this mean that Scott and Lucy's breakup is legitimate?
I don't know, but I'm trying to find out.
Any clues one way or the other?
Nothing concrete yet, but I certainly am enjoying myself.
Anything you'd like to share with me?
Well, I had to wash a spot out of my blouse. Scott offered to lend me one of his shirts, but I put on Lucy's robe instead, and guess who showed up? Lucy was furious.
Even though she and Scott are supposedly finished?
A person can be possessive years after a relationship is over.
Well, with Lucy out of the picture, getting Scott where you want him should be easier. Yeah, in a way, it's too bad. I had a feeling that you were looking forward to taking him away from Lucy.
Taking him away would have been amusing. But getting him, it's gonna be a lot more fun.
Oh, I am just so darn mad.
Why, because we couldn't find the letters upstairs, or because Rachel was wearing your robe?
Both. Okay, I hate this. I hate pretending we are broken up. Because I really want to wipe that smug mug right off of Rachel's face, and I want to give her a what for, you know, back off, back off.
That's where we got to find these letters.
We have to find the letters because we've got to get Victor's formula so we can find out how to block psychic projections. Then we can render that old DV's Cobra project useless.
Yes, and then you can wipe the smug mug look off.
I don't care about Rachel, really. What I care about is you and me and getting our family all back together again.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me. I spoke to Serena. She wants to come home.
I bet. My little sweet pea. Oh, and my little baby sweet pea. Oh, Scott. I miss him so much. You know, I wrote this whole big letter to Serena this morning telling her everything we're going to do, you know, when she comes home, like shopping and everything, and I'm going to write her a letter every single day, every hour maybe, even a letter. A letter. Oh, my gosh.
What? What do you...
I think I know where those letters of Victor's might be.
Where?
The convent.
What's bothering you?
What's bothering me is that we have a possible way to derail DV, but we can't do anything until we find those letters.
You know, your instincts were right.
About what?
You had a hunch that we could find something to help us if we went through Victor's old boxes.
But we didn't find anything.
But you set us in the right direction. You see? You're more valuable every day.
Kevin, I have to tell you something. You're not gonna like it.
Eve, whatever's upsetting you, you can tell me.
Kevin, I have to tell you.
You slept with Lucy. That's all there is to say.
One huge mistake. You can't forgive that?
Oh, I am sorry for interrupting.
No problem. We're through.
Obviously.
My timing really stinks, huh? You know, Eve, you and Kevin, you seem so close when you're taking care of his father. I was very impressed.
No offense, Dr. Locke, but I really don't like to discuss my personal life with people I hardly know.
That's understandable. I guess I just feel like I know you better because Chris has spoken so highly of you.
Oh, sure. There's nothing like a good breakup to give Chris and I an excuse to down a couple martinis. Yeah, and now that he's invited me to move back in with him, we don't even have to share a cab.
You moved in with Chris?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have to go, so I'll see you later, okay?
Dr. Trent Gaines to pharmacy. Dr. Trent Gaines to the pharmacy.
Chris, it's Rachel. I need to speak to you as soon as possible, please.
Are you okay, Dr. Lott?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Is there something that you wanted to talk about, Dr. Boardman?
I just wanted to update you on the chief resident situation. I know that Karen Wexler is your first choice.
Yes.
But I'm very impressed with Matt Harmon. You know, Monica and I were just discussing all the extra shifts that Matt's been taking on lately. Impressive. He's my choice.
Well, I'm going to try and change your mind.
You won't? Excuse me.
Okay, I know I had the letters when Felicia and I went to that convent. You know, we had to dress up as nuns. You know, I think I made kind of a cute nun, but bless those nuns with those ridiculous habits. They're so starchy and uncomfortable and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were all over the place, so those letters could be in absolutely any nook and cranny.
All right, well, then I'm going to go to the convent and have a look around.
Kevin and I should go. I mean, we're much more familiar with that whole area.
No, it makes more sense that I go. I caught my fiancée with her ex-fiancé. I'm upset. You know, I need some time away. It's perfect.
Scott, do you realize that all we're doing is being separated? First, I'm at Aunt Charlene's with the girls, and you're here. Now, I come back to Port Charles. The girls are there, and we're together. Now, you're going to leave. I'm going to be here without the girls. You can't just go off to Europe like that.
It's not for long.
But don't you see, it's wrong. We're not supposed to be separated and spread out all over Kingdom Come. We're supposed to be together. We belong together.
I know, but we have to be. With Bordizos lurking around town, Lucy.
I can't stand being away from you.
I know. I can't either, but till we can clean this mess up, this is the way it's got to be.
Okay, well, I guess then we better just make love to say goodbye. I mean, we're alone, right?
Wait a second.
What? What?
Ah, this tail is lurking around out there. You got to get out of here.
Oh, so this is good. I'm not going to see you for a while. I'm not even going to get to say goodbye properly. This is very frustrating in more ways than one. Okay, you listen to me. You have got to be very, very careful, okay?
I can handle a bunch of nuns.
Yeah, well, you know what? Actually, I'm not as afraid of the nuns as I am of that darn Rachel Locke.
No, don't be.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I guess. Okay.
Get out!
Ow!
And stay out.
Well, I am. I'm glad I'm out. I don't want to be here anyway.
Good. Well, goodbye. Good riddance.
Good riddance to you, too, pal. Goodbye.
Yeah, hey, Victor. Scott. I need to know everything you know about convents.
Don't you ever sleep, Doctor?
Occasionally.
Every time I see you, you're on duty.
Well, if you're suggesting that my lack of sleep might keep me from peak performance, you can stop worrying. So I would never let fatigue put my patients at risk.
Oh, I don't think you would, but that's not what I meant. It just seems like you don't have time for much else.
I don't need time for much else.
You remind me of myself when I was a resident. I would throw myself into my work totally until my life was completely unbalanced. And I just hate to see such an excellent doctor who might be the next chief resident make the same mistake I made.
I actually enjoy being focused on my work.
Keeps your mind off Helen.
What if it does?
It actually seems as though your work is your salvation right now. Work to the point of exhaustion, go home, fall asleep the minute your head hits that pillow. That way you don't have to wonder about how things might have been different.
I'm not that far gone. Just a little raw, I guess. But thanks for your concern.
If you ever want to talk, I'm available.
So do you think I'll get in the convent?
Well, you do look a bit scruffy. There shouldn't be a problem. It's not a cloistered order. I'll phone ahead to make sure they know you're coming.
Good idea.
Most of the sisters understand English, but they'll pretend they don't, so you won't expect them to speak any. And the Mother Superior's a wonderful woman, but you don't want to ruffle her feathers.
I'll remember that, Victor.
I still think it makes more sense for me to go to the convent.
No, if you left town again, Bordisa would smell a rat here, whereas I am a jilted lover trying to get away, some time to myself, you know, and not to mention trying to ditch the tail.
Does Lucy know?
Yes, she knows, and she's not too happy about it. So, will you look after her?
Mark and I both will. As painful as I know this separation is for both of you, I adore Lucy. I always have. It'll be like old times. We'll probably be deep into some kind of mischief before you've cleared customs.
Now, don't go getting her in trouble, and just remember, this is just temporary. Don't get used to her being around.
No. My faculties are in excellent order. I know perfectly well who belongs with whom.
What?
Well, I'm beginning to have my doubts about whether or not you're going to find any letters at the convent. And if they aren't at the lighthouse and they're not here, then it must mean that somebody else may have gotten to them first.
Bordisa.
We'll know soon enough. Arrival, mon vieux. Oh, why don't you wear my coat and hat? It's dark out. TV's man won't be able to tell us apart.
Not a bad idea there, Victor. Oh, let me get the phone here. Wait a minute. Hello? Hey, Mac. Catherine Bell is dead.
Nurse Smith, 319 East.
Lucy!
Nurse Joanne
Hi.
Smith, 319
Gosh, good to see you. I hope you're not ill or anything.
Nope, just here on nurse's ball business, excuse me.
Wait a minute. About today. The whole thing with your robe. I really am sorry, but I had to get out of my blouse.
I bet you did.
It was a misunderstanding. I'm sure Scott explained everything to you.
Well, you know what Scott does or doesn't do with whomever he doesn't want to do it is his business. I'm not really interested anymore.
Really? Oh, well, that sounds like this breakup might be permanent then.
Maybe. You know, doctor, let me give you a little hint here. You know, Scott may claim that he is over me, but he isn't. He has very, very deep feelings for me. So if you're thinking you have any kind of little future with him, you better just think again.
Scott and I are just friends. And if he's indicated otherwise, you know what? That's news to me.
Well, no, actually, he didn't indicate anything about you. But, see, what I'm trying to say is sometimes in life, desperate women come out of the woodwork when a very handsome, very, very wealthy man suddenly becomes available.
You know, I've been called a lot of things, but never desperate.
Oh, dear. Oh, did I say desperate? I am so sorry. You know, I really didn't mean to imply you're desperate. I just was hoping maybe to make you see that it's understandable sometimes for a man like Scott to go after somebody who's so totally wrong for him, just to get back at little old me.
It might be hard for you to accept, but sometimes a man leaves simply because he wants to.
You're right. Maybe. But not when it comes to Scott.
Why did you send me this baby blanket?
That blanket belonged to our son. It was a comfort to him growing up, since he didn't have a mother.
Your point being?
My point being that that blanket is as close as you're going to get to your child if you're stupid enough to tell Kevin that I want those letters.
I haven't told Kevin anything.
Just a little reminder, you can't have it both ways. Be smart. Keep your mouth shut.
There you are. I'm looking for you since Rachel interrupted us.
Oh.
Okay, what was it you were so worried about telling me?
This week,
This can't be happening. Junior wouldn't run away.
a missing child
I'm gonna find Adam and tear his head off.
and one man's to blame.
You are the worst father that ever lived.
Deception has its price.
You're not leaving this house with my daughter.
Now Adam must pay.
You are not Colby's father.
All My Children, ABC Daytime.
The truth is, Kevin, I can't stand what all this has turned into. I know I said that we should fight DV, but what I really want is for this whole thing to be over and for us to just get back to the way we were.
But we'd have to abandon everything we've set up.
Guess there's no other choice, is there?
We have to go on. At least until we find out the truth about your baby. You wouldn't be able to live with yourself otherwise, would you?
No.
You're a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for. I have faith in you. You'll do whatever needs to be done.
Dr. Hodder to ICU.
Monica, do you have a minute?
Just barely. Is there a problem?
Well, I understand that Dr. Boardman is leaning toward Matt Harmon for the chief resident position.
Oh, good choice.
Well, you don't think that Dr. Boardman would make a decision like this out of guilt, do you?
Of course not. What would he be guilty about?
Well, he didn't believe in Matt in the past. He thought that his disability might hinder his performance as a doctor.
Well, I believe in Boardman's objectivity. I'm sure he's going to judge Matt on his merits, which are quite admirable lately.
He is an excellent doctor,
Mm-hmm.
but I am worried about him.
Why?
Well, I'm afraid that what you and Dr. Boardman see as enthusiasm toward his job is really a cry for help.
What, personal problems?
Well, his breakup with Ellen has really left him distraught. And the only way he's been able to keep from obsessing over her is to throw himself into his work.
Or maybe he is just a devoted doctor.
No, Matt told me this himself.
He told you that he is taking extra shifts to keep his mind off Ellen?
Yes. And with his personal life in upheaval, he's stressed, he's tired. If he spreads himself too thin, I'm afraid it might start endangering patients.
Well, I value your opinion, so I'll talk to Boardman.
Thank you, Monica. I know I can count on you to be fair.
Look at you. You're disguised as Victor? Oh, wait a minute. You wanted to say goodbye to me, so you disguised yourself to hide in a closet and kiss me in here, and you're just the most charming, wonderful, fantastic man I've ever met.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I want to say goodbye, but I also want to tell you something.
What? Wait, is it about the girls?
No, it's about Katherine Bell.
Oh, brother, what has Kathy done now?
She hasn't done anything. She's dead, Lucy. She fell off a wall at Windermere when she was supposed to be getting married.
Again? Well, she already did that once. She survived that fall, and now she's dead? Most sincerely dead?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe it. Poor Kathy. You know, she never did get back at me for embarrassing her with Mr. Blackwell like that. You know, she's my favorite enemy. I mean, she's the one that always got me naked, all half naked at the nurses' ball nearly every year. And I love fighting with her. She's the best. She's smug and arrogant and vain, and I'm gonna miss her.
So am I. So am I, Lucy.
Oh, Scott, she never ever found anybody that truly loved her. You know, I mean, she's getting married to Nicholas. Finally, and now poof, she's just gone just like that. She's dead.
Shows you how short life can be.
You're right. You listen to me. That means we have to get back together. You and me and the girls as fast as possible. Do you hear me?
I hear you, and we're gonna do that. I'm gonna make this up to you, Lucy, I promise. Okay? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll miss you. And I'll miss you too, Kathy. Katherine.